Hello friends, welcome to GCA. Hope you all are doing good. So today the video is regarding India-Japan relations, and before this I have made similar videos with India's relationship with various neighbors and as well as major countries like US, Russia, Israel, France, etc. And if you want to watch these videos, the link is available in the I button. So again the video will be in crisp form where firstly I will cover the timeline of events followed by the areas of cooperation, then the importance of relations for both the countries. So again, without wasting any time, let us start. So India and Japan share cordial relations from last many years as the Buddhism spread from India to Japan, and both the countries have long history of friendship which is rooted in spiritual affinity, strong cultural and civilizational ties, and people of both the countries they are guided by common cultural traditions including the shared heritage of Buddhism and share a strong commitment to the ideals of democracy, tolerance, pluralism and open societies. Both the nations are the largest and the oldest democracies of Asia, and India is the largest recipient of Japanese aid, and two nations, although they were enemies during the Second World War because India was a British colony, but the political relations between both the countries remained warm since India's independence. And in 1951, India established a scholarship system for the overseas students, and this system to this day provides an opportunity for the young Japanese scholars who are today in the forefront of Indian studies to study in India. Then in 1952, the diplomatic ties were established between both the countries where the several high-level exchanges took place, including the Japanese PM visit to India, then the Indian PM return visit to Tokyo. Then in 1991, Indian Finance Minister visited Japan, where Japan provided financial assistance to elevate India's foreign currency reserves. But in 1998, the relations remained little low when India conducted the Pokhran 2. And then in the year 2007, both the countries concluded the strategic agreement. And the best thing about the India-Japan relation is the relations are free of any kind of dispute, be it ideological, cultural or territorial. So let us now discuss the areas of cooperation. So the first is military relations. So both India and Japan, they have close military ties and they have shared interest in maintaining the security of Asia Pacific and Indo-Ocean, and both the countries have frequently held joint exercises and they cooperated on technology, and both the countries concluded a security pact in 2008, and in July 2014 the Indian Navy participated in exercise Malabar with the Japanese and US navies, which reflected the shared perspective on Indo-Pacific maritime security. Now let us talk about the Acquisition and Cross-Servicing Agreement, which is also known as ACSA, which is basically a logistic agreement that allowed the armed forces of both the countries to coordinate closely in services and supplies, and it is mainly aimed at greater maritime cooperation and also can upgrade India-Japan naval exercises as both the countries are expected to share maritime facilities for mutual benefit, and it will also enhance the interoperability and also assist in maintaining the regional security and further increasing the bilateral defense engagement. And this agreement will remain in force for the 10 years and will be automatically extended for the periods. Both the countries are part of Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, also known as Quad, which is basically a strategic dialogue between four countries including Australia and US also, along with India and Japan, and it is maintained by talks between member countries. And during the 2017 ASEAN summit, all four members they agreed to revive the quadrilateral alliance in order to counter China both militarily and diplomatically in the South China Sea. And recently a joint statement was given mentioning the spirit of the Quad. The Quad members described a shared vision for free and open Indo-Pacific and a rule-based maritime order in the East and the South China Sea. Then talking about the cooperation in science and technology and cultural cooperation. So India and Japan science and technology cooperation was basically formalized through an inter-government agreement signed in 85. Then a bilateral science and technology cooperation began in 1993 with the establishment of India-Japan Science Council, which has till date organized 19 meetings and supported 250 joint projects, and several institutional agreements in the areas of life sciences, material sciences, high energy physics, etc. They have been signed between the science agencies of both the countries. Then talking about the cooperation in skill development. So Japanese companies have established the 10 India-Japan Institute of Manufacturing in India and 3 Japanese endowed courses in Indian engineering colleges. And in terms of cooperation in the railway sector, the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed railway is a very important area of cooperation between both the countries. The National High-Speed Railway Corporation is implementing the project, and as a part of cooperation in high-speed railway technology, Japan is providing training to Indian railway officer, and the government of Japan has also offered 20 seats per year for the master degree course from the University of Japan for serving Indian Railway officials. A new high-speed rail training institute is being built at the National Academy of Indian Railways campus in Vadodara. Now talking about the Indian community in Japan, so the arrivals of India in Japan for the business and the commercial interest began in the 1870 itself at the two major open ports. Then the old Indian community in Japan, they focused mainly on trading in textile, commodities and electronics, and a segment of community is also engaged in jewelry. And in the recent years, there has been a change in the composition of Indian community with the arrival of large number of professionals, including the IT professionals and engineers who are working for Indian and Japanese firm, as well as professionals in management, finance, education. And there is an area called Nishi Kasai in Tokyo, which is emerging as mini India. So let us now discuss the economic and commercial cooperation between India and Japan. So Japan is regarded as a key partner in India's economic transformation, and Japan's interest in India is increasing due to variety of reasons, including India's large and growing market, and secondly resources, especially the human resources. Then the India-Japan Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement that came into force in August 2011 is the most comprehensive of all such agreements concluded by India and covers not only trade in goods but also services. Then Japan has been extending bilateral loan and granting assistance to India since 1958 and is the largest bilateral donor of India. India's primary export to Japan have been petroleum products, chemicals, non-metallic mineralware, fish and fish preparations, clothing and accessories, and India's import from Japan are machinery, transport equipment, electronic goods, etc. And Japan's FDI into India has been mainly in the automobile, electrical equipment, telecommunication, chemical and pharmaceutical sectors. And the number of Japanese affiliated companies in India, they have grown significantly in the recent years. And the number of Japanese company registered in India increased 5% in last 2 years, and similarly number of Indian companies working in Japan is also increasing. Then the Ahmedabad-Mumbai high-speed rail, the Western Dedicated Freight Corridor, the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor with 12 new industrial township, the Chennai-Bangalore Industrial Corridor, all mega projects which will transform India in the next decade, and the Delhi Metro project has been realized with Japanese assistance. So let us now discuss the importance of India-Japan relations. So India and Japan relations are very important because Japan is the only country with which we are not having any kind of dispute, and India and Japan are the central pillars of the United States led strategy for free and open Indo-Pacific. And today India and Japan, they serve as the linchpins for establishing a rule-based Indo-Pacific order. So friends, this is all about today's video, and I hope this information will be beneficial for you, and I've tried to keep this video as short as possible, and I hope this information will be beneficial for you. So till then, keep learning, keep watching and keep supporting. Best of luck for your upcoming interview. Thank you and Jai Hind.